was Dirk Banks is his name. Lil-Durk,
the peer
Blood.
Yo.
And Mustafa Abdul Malak of Chicago. They're charged with one count of conspiracy and one count of interstate facilities to commit murder for hire, resulting in the death, and one count of using.
We've got passion and determination. Like, and if we set our sights on something.
Hey, yo, the one thing that I like about when you get to hear somebody else from a lawyer or somebody speak about a situation that we think about differently, you get to see how stupid the whole thing is. So one of the things I say about myself when I was younger was like, oh, I was stupid as hell. I might thought I was smart, but ain't nobody smart gonna tear their whole life up. So look, whoever you is where you at right now, however smart you think you was then and today, base your life off where you at now. Is your life in a position of a motherfucker who made good, sound, intelligent decisions? If it's not, then don't be. Yo, I asked Mad Kid a question last night. We was watching a podcast. I said, yo, is it a real such thing as, I think I said somebody trying to play you, or like something like that. I think that was the phrase I used, like somebody trying to play you. Cause we talking about like when somebody know, especially when somebody trying to play you, what's happening when somebody trying to play you? Motherfucker be like, hey yo man, you know that's some dumb shit, bro. You wanna make it, bro, trying to play me. How? Like what? Is there really a like for what? Like so? I think that when we say somebody trying to play us, we really mean is a person is disrespecting us. But the reason we not using disrespect right there, because we know it ain't disrespect. We just ain't trying to hear whatever the person is actually saying in the moment. So we got to redefine in the hood what it means with somebody playing with you. Yo, everybody told Dirk to slide for Vaughn. Now everybody say hey, that's a fact. Yo, bro. Yo. When I'm watching other podcasts and I'm watching other people get the same or a larger amount of money than some of the black podcasts. And I'm like, yo, they throwing their whole life on the line to get it. And it remind me of the streets. So I think about all the shit I did in the streets to get a little bit of money. And it ain't no real money. It ain't nothing that you gonna really do nothing. Why I wasn't gonna become a real estate tycoon. I ain't even have a lick of financial intelligence. I want to get money. Smart as I go is I be like, hey, make sure I got the read. Or a little bit more for the read. But a lot of times since I was booking, I'd be like, oh, I'll get the read and I'm going to take somebody out. It's going to happen. So that got me, and then that got me to the point of doing stuff to people that I was close to or semi-close to. Like, where I'm looking for a reason to take your stuff.
Firearms and a machine gun in possession of such firearms in furtherance of a crime, resulting in death. Those are crimes punishable by life imprisonment. Dirk is the lead defendant in the case. There's like 5 other people that are indicted as well. I'm not going to go into their names, but now keep in mind he was arrested at the near the Miami International Airport, booked on flights. Basically,
I don't think it matters too much if you're wrong to your audience too. At a certain point,
formed an organization
at a certain point, it don't matter.
Only the Family, OTF, and which, among other things, produced and sold hip hop music from artists primarily from the Chicago area. So OTF.
Pay attention. This is the tragic part.
In fact, that's kind of magic language. Association in fact, because that's what they use on these RICO type stuff. And the individuals who engaged in violence, including murder and assault at Banks' direction, and to maintain their status in OTF. Maintain their status.
But we're
not so facts. One of the things they have to prove in a RICO indictment
never trust ninjas.
Conduct that we're talking about in here is designed for 2 purposes. One of 2 purposes. One, to either benefit the gang or the enterprise, or 2, to increase the person's position within the organization.
Hey, yo, bro, it's hard to get around that because that's the whole deal. Look, this is why I be saying, right? Check it. You get something legitimate that's giving you millions of dollars. You got the millions of dollars. I don't got to be loyal to nobody that want me to crash out. I definitely don't got to take my legitimate business and mingle it with nothing else. I don't need to take no money from it, to give nobody no money from it, to do something to make me look a particular way. I don't need to take money from it, to give it to dudes, because it don't make no sense to me. Hey, yo, you know how dudes be getting money, yo, I would get the dudes in the hood, let them get on, get them some guts, some drugs. Oh, hey, bro. Even if I gave you a key or something, and you broke that key and sold that thing down, hand to hand like the real Roxanne, I'm talking about 20s. What you gonna make? 80,000? You gonna get short of something? You gonna make? You gonna be serious? You gonna make $100? You gonna make what you gonna make? 100,000? And say, what are you gonna like? What if a motherfucker getting that in 2 shows? What I look like? That don't even make no sense. Why don't you come be security? Why don't you just do something? Why don't you, like, why we can't, you ain't got no business aspirations. You ain't got a dream, an idea. You don't want to do shit. You want to drive, nigga? You ain't got your license? Fuck it, man. I don't need to hire nobody. Come clean up the crib. You can't clean up the crib. I'm gonna plus you up. Nigga, then you clean bill. Once you a porter in jail, nigga, once you mopping and sweeping in jail, you can't do nothing else, right? You don't got no other skills. But it definitely ain't necessary for. And when I look at dudes like Durk, I don't think they need clout. You really got it out the mud. You made it already. If dudes start trying to act funny on you, them niggas is pulling beneath you. You niggas, I'm good. I don't need to sell another record. I can't build up a real estate portfolio. I can't sign others. I can't open up a chicken spot. I can't do nothing else. Oh, y'all need me to catch cases and put my life on the line? I'm good. Well, guess this is where the rubber meets the road.
Lil-Durk was in a feud with a guy by the name of TB. That's how he's identified. And the feud stemmed from a November 6, 2006 murder in which an associate of TB shot and killed an OTF member, a rapper named Davon Bennett, a.k.a. King Von, right? So Bennett and Banks were close friends. So this is a revenge killing. And there's just so much of this shit going on. So Banks is allegedly ordered to murder and he sent these hitmen money.
Yo, you see how he's saying it? Because he's seeding up your bro. Yo.
He booked flights for him and got hotels and that kind of thing, and then coordinated and paid for the 5 conspirators to travel from Chicago to California on the day before the murder. Around the time the one-way flights were purchased, Banks told OTF associates booking the flights, "Don't book no flights under no names involved with me." And they've got that, like in probably a text message or a DM. The same day.
Yo. I often tell people based off my experiences, like, yo, especially like, because, I was young when I went to prison all the time. So coming home, I see how things work. And like, I see how you could get a certain mentality. So, like, we live in our lifestyles, whether that's coming in our home, our mothers, our fathers, the person we in relationship with, whatever. Yeah, like, yo, you grew up in a house maybe where your moms and your pops could look you in the eyes and tell you some stone cold nonsense, right? Just how a lot of bad relationships and hatred, different shit build up. Like, you make a mistake. Somebody could, like, I don't even want to say a mistake, but somebody could trespass against you. Or even if it's a mistake, but we can't talk about it. We can't discuss it. Like, it's like you just want to get out of it. So, like, shut up or whatever the case may be. It's going to be some beef over something that happened, right? And I always tell people, like, that's just wild. Like, don't get used to doing that. Like, I'm never, like, if I make a mistake, make it come to me, I'm going to stand on it. We're going to talk about it. Like, if I got to try to make it up, whatever, I'm not going to just try to get away from it. Because if you ever get in a space where you're around people who don't got a tie to you, don't got no love for you, i.e. the courtroom, district attorneys, and you start like it's some shit that's in their face, a clear mistake or something wrong, and you like, even if your lawyer do it, that's going to make them want to go hard on you. That's going to make them dig more. That's going to make motherfuckers not want to play with you. Because you think it's a norm. You think you could do all this shit and then just be like, but I kind of ain't do it. Or let me just find the simplest excuse in my mind. Or how can I cover? So look, what did this mean when you said to them, why did you, these your peoples, your friends, you were giving them money to do it. Why couldn't they book it in your name or anything with that? Did you know they was going to do something nefarious? Well, you do know that if you knew that they was going to go kill it don't even seem right. Where they get the money from?
They traveled from Chicago to California. Banks was on a private jet going to California with another co-conspirator, Kayvon London, a.k.a. Cuz, and Vonnie. Later that day, Grant allegedly purchased this is so dumb. This Kayvon London, Grant, purchased ski masks to commit
he see me tattoo up here, they probably be thinking I'm one, and they'll be like, yo, that shit is embarrassing.
Where the fuck would you find ski masks in California? Oh, yeah, I know. I just want this duct tape, and I want these ski masks, and I want a Draco, and, it's just for home protection. I mean, what the fuck? These guys are not the brightest. The problem is that Banks was apprehended trying to leave the state. Then you go in front of a magistrate, and you have what they call a detention hearing. And when you have a case like this, if you're trying to leave the country, what are the two things that they talk about when at a bail hearing? Risk of flight and danger to the public. Well, danger to the public is kind of presumed when you have a fucking murder case, right? And then if you're trying to get on a fucking international flight, guess what? Risk of flight is a presumption that can't be, rebutted, really. And so with this kind of case, what happens is
And bear in mind that, yeah, because, Durk said, I like to go to Dubai. I'm really trying, I was just thirsty. Every time you went, you better have did it like that. Or just, and guess what, though? You're not in a position no more where all the people is yes men or beneath you. Or you could threaten them or get away with some shit. You are now in a position where a motherfucker gonna hear that lie, hear how you playing around, with the thought of whatever you did, like, hey, it don't, like, to you it's nothing. To your audience, it might be nothing. But to them, it'd be like, oh, yo, you took a life. Ain't they trying to add another life onto the... All right, you know what? Now you get to the nitty gritty, and you be thinking they gonna give you a break, right? Because your lawyer come up, or, all the stuff he did for the community and this and the give backs. You get the people talk about how you affected them and did this, and you be like, you know what? I might get lucky. They might give me 15 to life. I might get lucky. They might just give me 10. They might give me just 25 with no life. They might, no. And then you get sentenced, and they be like, yeah, natural life, or 25 to life, or the death penalty, and you like, you ready to faint. Because you've been living in a fairy tale too long. You've been in a, they said, this is just stupid. Imagine growing up in stupid soup. Imagine you've been cooked in stupid soup. I would want my bro to be alive. Man, I love my best friend. Today, I could tell him, like, yo, I'm never going to call you and it's going to be something where I'm trying to take you away from your kids. Or at some point, doing good got to feel good to you. Doing right by somebody got to feel right, bro. If you know come on. Like, I don't, like, it's, so, and I look at it, especially with people you love. Like, if I love my bro and I know, man, you can't go down. Even at the point of cutting you off. Even at the point of, like, ending our relationship and hoping that I'm valuable enough to you for you to be like, yo, I've been fucking up. Let me just make it right. Because, yo, one of the most important things in the world we need to have is somebody that got your best interests at hand. Don't let that person have a little bit. Don't let that person be in a position to bless you or help you. I don't be understanding it all, man. Like, sometimes I think a motherfucker ain't live enough in the mud. Ain't see enough to even understand they was in the mud. Motherfucker be thinking that, okay, this is it. This is life. This how, and that's how people talk. They just can't get away from like, oh, man. You know, I always, you know. And, yo, I feel like a motherfucker like Lil-Durk could do so much, like, you know, so much good, so much, you know, man, that shit, this shit. And then you got these lawyers, they just, hey, yo, let's take up. Pretty soon they gonna start calling, all these lawyers, they be having, people be pulling lawyers up on podcasts and, tell us about this. At what point, they gonna about to start accusing them of being culture vultures now. Cause it's about to be enough work. It's, bro, as a culture, as a community, black people were so stupid that we are bugging out enough for some random white lawyers, multiple of them, to create YouTube channels and supplement their incomes talking about the dumb shit that we doing while we filthy rich. We gotta drop what's wrong with you for that.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? You niggas are crazy.
How crazy is that? Whole motherfuckers out here getting chicken wings, bunch of chicken wings off our stupidity. Shit.